Then Jacob raised his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau was coming, and 400 men with him. Jacob's last memory of Esau was in chapter 27, when Esau planned on killing Jacob. 20 years have passed, and now they're face to face again. So he divided the children among Leah and Rachel and the 2 slave women. He put the slave women and their children in front, Father of the Year award, and Leah and her children next, and Rachel and Joseph last. He's picking favorites and arranging them in order. His favorite wife and favorite son are the farthest from the enemy, but he himself passed on ahead of them and bowed down to the ground 7 times. We have records of vassals bowing 7 times to kings. He's exalting Esau and lowering himself. Probably hard to do with a limp. Then Esau ran to meet him and embraced him, and fell on his neck and kissed him, and they wept. Something has changed in Esau for the better.
Who are these with you? The children, whom God has graciously given your servant.
And then the wives and children bow down. Now remember, when Isaac gave the stolen blessing to Jacob, here's what he said. May nations serve you and peoples bow down to you. Be Lord over your brothers, and may the sons of your mother bow down to you. Well, here people are bowing down to him. It's like he's starting to give the blessing back to Esau.
What's with the zoo? To find favor in the sight of my Lord.
We're seeing a different side of Jacob now. I think he's starting to see that he never had to grasp and scheme to get God's blessing in the first place. There was plenty to go around. In fact, Esau says,
I have plenty, my brother. Let what you have be your own.
God had provided for Esau all along. Jacob said, No, please, if now I have found favor in your sight, then accept my gift from my hand. For I see your face as one sees the face of God, and you have received me favorably. Sometimes we approach God like Jacob approached Esau at the start of the chapter, terrified, full of shame, expecting God to gleefully strike us down. We gather our own forms of animal menageries, hiding behind performance and duty and display. But it's not until after he experiences God's radical forgiveness in Esau that Jacob is in the proper posture to give. Because we are received, we can give. We love because he first loved us. Esau wouldn't even take Jacob's gift until Jacob knew that he was accepted. So a believer's life of obedience isn't in order to win God's favor. It's a grateful response to what God has done. Look at the words describing Esau's actions. He runs toward him, he embraces him, he falls on his neck and kisses him. If someone asked you what God is like, is this an image that would come to mind? Jacob made the connection, and so did Jesus, in another story about 2 brothers and a God who's always in a hurry to forgive.
Brother, please, take my gift.
Please accept my gift. He actually uses the same word for blessing here. Accept my blessing, which has been brought to you because God has dealt graciously with me and because I have plenty. Now there's another link to chapter 27 here. It says, so he urged him and he accepted or took it. That's the same word Isaac used in chapter 27. He says to Esau,
Your brother came in here deceptively and took away your blessing.
So back then Jacob took the blessing sneakily, but now Esau takes the blessing humbly and in front of 400 witnesses. Well, Jacob says he doesn't want to push his family and animals too hard, so just wait until I come to my Lord at Seir. But he's not actually going to join up with Esau. Either he's being deceitful or he's communicating in a very indirect way, as some cultures do. If that's the case, then Esau also understands that Jacob is politely declining the offer. In any case, Esau heads off to Seir, and Jacob goes to Sukkot, and built for himself a house and made booths for his livestock. Now Jacob came safely to the city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan. That word safely reminds us of Jacob's vow at Bethel. He said, if you go with me and watch over me as I travel, and if you give me food and clothes and bring me safely home again, you will be my God. Well, God is faithful, isn't he? So he peacefully buys a plot of land from a guy named Hamor, and he sets up an altar called El Elohe Israel, which means El is the God of Israel. He's saying, my new name is Israel, and God is not only the God of Abraham and Isaac, but he's also become my God.